Hey, this is Donna, the Transdimensional Twin Flame and the Afterlife Artist. I just wanted to come here and make fun of myself because, on a really serious, spiritual journey, if you can laugh at yourself and, find some kind of humor in the situation that you find yourself in, here on a lower vibrational physical plane, you should do it. I mean, you should laugh as much as you can at yourself, at the absurdity of the existence that we've chosen here, and the ways that we've decided we want to learn everything. It's so weird, right? So today, I spent another countless day complaining because I was just telling my friend, I just don't feel like I fit in anywhere. Um, if you know me, then you know that I am a twin flame. Not only that, my twin has passed into spirit 3.5 years ago in 2021, and we remained connected between the dimensions in a lot of different ways, including um, all kinds of after death communication. I can see him in different ways. I can hear him with clairaudience. I can channel his energy and his um, spoken word. I can also channel um, higher consciousness collectives and our guides. And we are also visual artists, and we are what's known as visionary or intuitive artists, meaning we both channel. When he was physically here, he channeled music and artwork, and I could do the same with music, but I just didn't pursue it, so I didn't take it as far as he did. But the point being, this journey is unusual. I really haven't found anybody that relates to every part of it, because even though there's other people having interdimensional relationships, and there's other twin flames, there's not really anybody who is the exact same combination of twin flame and, transdimensional human. I was born to do this literally because I was born 2 months premature and almost died, so I had a near death experience at my birth. So for 2 months, I was between dimensions being trained to do this. Um, and looking back on my life, every single thing I can think of that I saw as a challenge, including the fact that I have been left legally blind because of the near death experience. One eye has no vision and the other has legal blindness. So, looking back, all of these things have led to this exact journey. As difficult as it is, I understand the point of it. I understand the magnitude of it and what's being asked of us as starseed volunteers and twin flames. So I'm complaining about being the twin left on Earth because the physical plane is really difficult sometimes. Well, it's difficult, period, for everybody, I would say. But when you're on a very unusual, deep spiritual journey, you just find that there's a space between you and other people. You always, or I have always felt different. Even when I was a little child and I didn't really know exactly why, I thought it was my disabilities, but it really wasn't that. It was that I was a psychic, a medium, a starseed, an indigo child, um, and actually an alien hybrid and a twin flame. I was all these things, as well as physically disabled in a couple of different ways. But there's another one besides my vision that affected me, and so I felt isolated and sort of on the fringes of society my whole life, even though when I was younger, all I wanted to do was fit in. And yet I also liked my individuality. And I knew, even at a young age, that I came here to do something unique. I would say it when people would ask me, what's the purpose of your art? I would say, I want to make something nobody's ever made before. I want to make something completely different. And I just knew that that was my job, or at least it was my desire. So today, again, I'm complaining, and then I get the visual in my clairvoyance. This is how it goes. So now we believe in soul contracts that we all sign up to have certain life experiences in every life. That you can, pick your parents, pick your families, pick the circumstances. And that's basically just a template for what you can learn. It's kind of like the starting point, It's what you've been given, the tools you've been given, and they set you down here, and then you're free to make your own decisions and learn however you want to learn. And I know this. It's apparent to me that everything in my life is a lesson. Everything is a stepping stone to bring me to where I am right now, and none of it is a mistake. It's all relevant. So after I'm complaining about how hard this is and how alone I feel, because it is sometimes really, really lonely to know that there's just not another person on the planet who truly understands your exact position. And I know that's true for everybody, but you got to understand how unusual my path is with Chris. Um, even my friends don't understand it necessarily, because it's hard to understand something that you've never heard of, much less experienced for yourself. So the ones that are open-minded enough can at least imagine what it's like and listen to it when I need to talk about my life, like everyone does. But for the most part, people don't understand. So I see this image of me having like a tribunal with our spirit team after I transition back into spirit once this life is over. And I'll be like, what were you people thinking letting me go there like that? Use some expletives and complain that the conditions were too harsh here in this life. And I can see them pulling out the contract, looking at it, and then reading. And they'll say, and I quote, and they'll be quoting me when I sign the contract. They hand me a contract and they're like, look, we think you guys might be well suited to do this life. And I stand up and flip the table over, throw their papers on the floor, and I say, I am not going to follow your map. I don't need anybody's map. Nobody tells me what to do. I'm going to blaze my own path. We are going to draw the map. Screw your contract. Nobody tells me where to go. And then that's what happened. I got what I said I wanted. I'm doing something nobody's ever done in a way that nobody's ever done it. Most people don't bilocate to the other side of the veil to their own wedding reception for 3 days. Most people don't get married between, across the veil. Most people don't have a life over there and a life here. So I just made myself laugh because I just realized I got exactly what I always wanted. Be careful what you wish for. I want to be unique. You know what I mean? Like, Chris did too. We just wanted to be unique. We were artists. We're creators. And we wanted to leave our mark on the world. And we're doing that. So we got what we wanted. So when you figure that out in your own life, I mean, this is a joke to me, but seriously, you can figure yourself out this way and then find peace with the path that you've chosen, because now you can see it does suit you. It is what you wanted. I didn't say I wanted to do something unique in the world and have it be super easy and peaceful. I guess I left that part out. I didn't say that. I said, I just want to do something different. And I got that. But it's so different that there's really not anybody who can be my mentor, and there's nobody's path that I can follow because I'm the one making the path for other people to follow or to use as inspiration while they make their own path. So if you're a visionary, which it's rare to be a visionary, visionaries are persecuted. They are misunderstood, they are maligned, sometimes they are harmed because they come before society is ready for them to blaze the new path. And that's what we've done. And we have felt the darkness and the light of this journey. It's sometimes transcendent and sometimes horrible. But at least we can laugh about it, and at least I can see the lesson in it, and I can see the value in it for myself, for Chris, for my family, whose generational trauma I am healing, and for everybody else who gets to partake of the really pure energy that we channel and the information that we bring. Because this information was hard fought. We've had to really endure a lot and do our, spiritual ascension work to get the information that we bring you. We've had to get educated and practice a lot of skills, and they're not skills that are easily learned, because most of us have been trained out of our non-physical senses. So turning them back on, even if they are strong, sometimes it's a process, because you don't always have a belief that you can. Even in your subconscious, you might believe that you can't do this. So I just wanted to leave that little inspirational note. If you can find a way to laugh at this, take the pressure off, and remind yourself that this is a play that you signed up to play a part, and so did everybody else in your life. It's just for learning. You can't make a mistake. It's either uncomfortable or comfortable. It's either smooth sailing or rough or anywhere in between. It's transcendent and beautiful, and sometimes it's horrible. Sometimes it's boring, and sometimes it's crazy amazing. But in the end, it is what you make of it. It's whatever you decide you want to interpret as the meaning for it. You can give your life as much meaning as you want to give it, or you can take the meaning out of it and find nothing of value. That's your choice. You have the perception, you have the freedom of choice. This reality is all about freedom of choice. That's how we learn. We're learning by choosing. And that's why people complain that their spirit guides don't give them enough guidance, or like they want them to tell them what to do, or they'll get a mediumship reading or a psychic reading or something so that it can tell them what to do, when that's not the point at all. The point is to figure out what you want to do, to figure out what should you do, to make your decisions that are difficult, to try new things. Just find out what's going on. It's not to be given the answers to the tests. Life is the test. All right, thanks for listening to my little spiel.